Hey guys, how you doing? This is Shock showing you the trashy graffiti over here in the state of California. They never clean up the graffiti. Hey, I'm going to do a video, and I want to call this video, Do Atheists Believe in Ghosts? I have a lot of atheist friends. As you know, I used to be an atheist. I love atheists. Atheist. So, nothing against atheists. But I still have some residual friends left over from when I was an atheist, and some of them have become Christians. Some of them are still in the fairy tale of atheism. So what I wanted to talk to you about, and we're going to title this video like, Do Atheists Believe in Ghosts? Do atheists believe in ghosts? See, ghosts pose a problem for the fairy tale of atheism. And I'm going to tell you why. Hey, look at that sign. It says, see if I can, it says, give your life to Jesus. Perfect timing. Thank you, God. Ghosts present a problem for atheism. The atheists do not believe in, things from the Bible like the spiritual world. They can't say they believe in that, because if they believe in the spiritual world, then atheism's dead in the water, which it is dead in the water. It's not true, according to the Bible and my personal opinion. Atheism lacks evidence. There is no atheist Bible. The closest you can come to an atheist Bible is Richard Dawkins' book, The God Delusion, but he even admits that God could exist in the book. What? What type of atheist admits God could exist? I'm going to tell you what type. An honest type. I give kudos to Dawkins for admitting that God could exist. But he takes a down the middle of the road approach. What I like to say is that's where you get ran over, in the middle of the road. You need to decide. Well, let's talk again about this problem that atheists have with ghosts. Whenever I talk to atheists about ghosts, they get terrified. Now, they're not afraid of the ghost. They're terrified to talk about that topic, because what it does is it gets their world and it shakes it and it rocks it and it turns it upside down. And it gets them back to reality that there is a spiritual world. But see, atheists cannot admit that there's a spiritual world, even though we all know there is. They cannot admit it, because then the world of atheists is shown, the world of atheism is shown for what it is, a fairy tale. A fairy tale, that's right. So let's talk about a real atheist that, and it's not me, I used to be one, I'm not talking about myself. There's a place called Wolf Manor. Now, this is a famous haunted house. It was even, you can see it on TV, certain cable stations and stuff. I've seen documentaries on it, I've researched it. And there are actual documented accounts of skeptics going in there, and when they ask them, like you fill out this little sheet and stuff, they'd say they're atheist. Okay? And I'm not saying that atheists are the only ones that don't believe in ghosts. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are even some Wiccans, pagans, and stuff like that. And so we'll talk about, Wiccans and pagans also in this video. Ghosts present a problem for them too, because you have to then realize that there is a spiritual world. If you deny that there's a spiritual world, then you're just not looking at the facts. So back to the story of Wolf Manor. Manor, M-A-N-O-R. This atheist goes into the haunted house, and there's like these tours, right? And while they're doing the tour, this apparition appears of a man in the doorway, like a 6-foot-tall guy. And the atheist says, to the tour guide, and other people there actually saw it. He said, "Did you see that?" And the tour guide saw it, but what you do when you're a paranormal investigator is you don't want to taint the evidence. So you ask the person, well, what did you see, you know? And so the guy admitted, the atheist admitted that he saw the same exact apparition that the paranormal investigator saw. So the atheist admitted, he said, you know what, I admit I used to not believe in ghosts, and now I believe in ghosts. So here's the issue about this. That apparition, other people have been saying they've been seeing that apparition. The atheist, however, rejected that. He rejected that as true. He was wrong when he did that. I'm going to repeat that. Listen to these words. The atheist was wrong, incorrect, in error, when he rejected the fact that there were ghosts there. There were actual ghosts there in the house. The atheist, once he sees the apparition, he then admits he was wrong. You follow me? So, you see what just happened there? The atheist did not believe in ghosts, yet did the ghost exist before the atheist believed? Follow me with this, my atheist friends. Follow along here with this logic. This is logic in its purest form. Did the ghost exist before the atheist saw it? You know dang well, you guys, if you're honest. Look at this piece of paper flying right here that I'm going to hit. Great. Oh! It went up in that guy's windshield. You know darn well, if you're honest, that ghost did exist before the atheist saw it. But what atheists will say, and it's flawed logic, it limits their brain. It makes it where the atheist mind is more limited than, let's say, someone like me that's a Christian that has faith in the unseen. If, for example, I'm going 60 miles per hour right now, if I told you I'm going 60 miles per hour, would you believe me? I'm telling you the truth. Would you believe me? People that know me would say, yeah, he's going 60. If you look at my speedometer there, I am going 60. But the atheist doubts it because he does not believe the person that's telling him that. He has a faith problem. This is why Christians believe in Jesus Christ. We believe the disciples that hung out with Jesus Christ. Well, they don't have any reason to lie. They didn't have any reason to die for a lie, and they all died, except one of them. They all died for Jesus Christ. So, atheists, I want to ask you, if you're an atheist and you're watching this, do you believe in ghosts? And if you do believe in ghosts, then how are you able to put a square peg in a round hole and say that there is no spiritual world, and then because God doesn't exist, and now we know there's a spiritual world, so you got a problem, don't you? Atheists got a major problem with this ghost situation. So I challenge atheists to really be a free thinker. Don't buy into the spoon-fed stuff that Dawkins the dodo is feeding you, Richard Dawkins. He even admits that God could exist. What's that tell you? God does exist. Remember the ghost analogy. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And let me tell you something, guys. I'm telling you this out of love. Atheists got a lot to lose. You got a lot to lose. Eternity is a long, let's keep going, long time. Eternity is a long time. Learn, my atheist friends, learn to value your soul. Learn to value it. That's the first thing you guys need to do, is learn to value your soul. Your soul has value, and I care about you guys. I love you guys. I used to be an atheist. Don't flip this off and turn it off and debate with it. Accept it as the truth that it is, because you know what? Listen, you know it's the truth.